Welcome to the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. I'm your host, Frank Gray. I'm here with my good friend, Michael Harris. How are you, Michael Harris?
Doing fantastic.
Hey, man, I wanted to get you on because you've got this company that you're affiliated with, which is super cool. You've been with these guys how many years?
3 years now.
3 years. Okay. And this is very beneficial, obviously, to when it comes to working the past client database for sure, and even current clients, just your
Sure.
client base, right? Your client base, your sphere of influence. So, what's the name of this company that you're affiliated with?
United Financial Freedom, and the product is the Money Max account, and it's a perfect financial GPS.
Okay, so Perfect Financial GPS, which the way I understand that is, it's like it's going to help you get from point A to point B as fast as
Correct.
possible. Right.
Right.
Point A being I've got this much debt. Point B, I'm going to have none of that left. Right. So it helps you get from one place to the other as fast as possible. All right. So let me just get down to brass tacks. So obviously this is cool. I mean, I think loan officers have had this come across their desk maybe once or twice in their careers. We've seen things like this that have popped up. Um, why this company for you? What was it about this company that made you go, okay, I can help clients remove debt? The reason I like this company is what? What would you say the reason is for this one?
I think it's using current technology where a
Okay.
lot of the other stuff that's been around for years, whether it's envelopes or its philosophy of paying off the lowest credit card or as
Yeah.
far as balance or the highest interest rate. Those are great because it's a good place to start, but it's not perfect. It's
Okay.
going to get you closer to the hole, but not in the hole.
Okay.
And the idea of my end was being in the hole as fast as
As
possible.
fast as possible. So, okay. So now as a loan originator, I can become an affiliate. I can become affiliated just like you have. There's different levels
Sure.
of that I can do, right? So, what are those different levels? Just real quick.
Well, you can be an affiliate, so you're kind of hands off. People register through a site, and then someone else is notified, like myself, and we help close that transaction,
Okay.
and then you get compensated. And you're compensated to your corporation or your 1099.
Okay.
There's ways you can be an agent and you have
Okay.
two training sales. You start learning what you're doing and you make more money. You have two
Okay.
training sales making half the money, and then you start making money. And as you do more sales, you make even more. So you
Okay.
can vary your money from 500 up to $1,700 a transaction.
Okay. Great. So I have different levels of participation in this. Okay. Walk me through this. Let's say I join, right? And regardless of the level, well, let's say not just as an affiliate, but I join.
Mhm.
I want to be involved, right? I want to
Yeah,
learn this. I mean, quite honestly, this could be quite a nice little revenue stream. People
yeah.
are very interested in this. Let's say I join and I'm going to be bringing people through the program. I know we can't lift the hood because you're probably
Right.
listening on iTunes. You can't see inside anyway, right? Maybe you're on YouTube with us, but we just can't share the screens right now. But is it me? Let's say I'm the agent. I'm the agent, and I'm working with you, Michael. You're a customer who's like, yeah, I'm interested, man. How can I pay this stuff
Yeah.
off quicker? Am I sitting with them like I've got my laptop open and I'm asking them questions and I'm putting in information, or am I scanning and uploading documents
Right.
and the computer's figuring it all out? Because these days a lot of
Yeah.
that happens. Or am I sending a link to the consumer and just hoping that they go through it properly or whatever? Like, what's the process of, like you're saying, it's perfect information, it's GPS, so that means it
Sure.
has to have very good data,
Yeah.
brought in. What's your process in bringing people into the system? What does that look
Mhm.
like?
Well, as a loan officer, mortgage loan originator, every mortgage loan origination is a little different. And of course, there's a perfect process to that as well that most people don't follow. But the perfect scenario is usually it's not one meeting, it's a couple of meetings
Okay.
because you don't necessarily fire this all upon them at once.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is finding out their why, finding out what it is that are looking to accomplish. Are they younger, looking to save for college for their children? Are they on the other side where they missed their opportunity and they're trying to eliminate debt and they're looking at how to do so?
Yeah. Trying to
Are they
catch
trying
up.
to
Yeah.
fend? All these
Yeah.
things matter.
Yeah.
But once we find that out, it's kind of understanding their budgeting. It's really knowing those monthly, semi, annual,
I
semi-annual.
guess that's what I'm
So
asking is when you say it's
I
getting to know that, is that they're sending you W-2s? There
no, no,
are
no, 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 no.
how is the
Right.
information getting into the
I like
system?
sending them out a budget one-page sheet
Yeah.
that I don't want back, but I want them to fill it out because the last thing I want to do is like say in an area like this is having them run around the house with yellow stickies all over looking around for everything in their file drawers. So it's understanding these items that we can then kind of understand the groceries of this. It's different from a mortgage. We're looking at the net income on a pay stub. We're
Right.
looking at the bonus and we're not looking for 2 year history. We're just finding out what it is.
Yeah.
So we want to know the income, but we also want to know all expenses, babysitting, this, everything that they're going to think about. So we enter in the information correctly. And I would be showing how to train and do so and
So
telling
I
them to be
get
on
it.
their own right away.
So you're giving them a template, if you will, so that they're
Right.
reminded of all the potential things that
Yeah.
they're spending money on. Uh,
And then the
is it
conversation will remind them from
Yeah.
additional maybe.
Is it running a credit report? Is it doing a soft pull
No,
to pull data? No.
not
Okay.
at all.
Okay. So we're getting the data. Okay. So let's say we go through that process, and I'm just curious too, like with your average client that you're helping, like how long does it take to go
Mhm.
from I'm super interested to where you've got all the data you need? Like you've
Well, if you
really
have a
truly got
relationship
it.
with that client, it's a past client.
Yeah.
They know you, so they get to know you. It's not cold.
Right. Right.
So sometimes you can go also to a second meeting almost in the first meeting because you
Yeah.
don't have to go through that other part of the
So
process.
do you find it takes two meetings basically to get
Two, maybe up to
maybe
three.
three? Yeah.
But if you're working with your clients and you have all their data and most all their
Yeah.
information, you have the information already. You ran their credit, you closed their transaction, you know the mortgage. So
Yeah.
you're already 80 to
You're
90%
yeah,
there.
especially if this is a recent client, like
Right.
that like this would be a good thing to do. This would be great for first time home buyers too.
Hmm.
Hey, we're gonna get you into this house, but then we're gonna look at
Right.
this. Okay,
I'm going to
let's
make
look at
sure you're not
this.
stuck in the house and the
Let's make sure you're
deadbolt
not
goes.
stuck. Let's get this done first. But now you're right. So now I've got a lot of information already. I probably got
Right.
70-80% of the information already. Okay, so let's say we get all the data, okay,
Mhm.
for the customer. And it basically gets input into the system, right? And then the system,
30
with all of
seconds
its
later.
30 seconds, really. So the system, with all of its algorithms and AI and all this stuff, power behind
I
it,
would
is
have a
going to
perfect presentation showing them the steps, what they say,
exactly
their
what to
current
do.
plan versus, and then a 2 page report showing the difference of what their current was, what their would be, how much money you would save, and shows them all the details.
Okay. So does the system help? Like, I imagine what that's going to, obviously, for paying off debt, it's going to take some sort of expendable income, a percentage of that expendable income, and it's going to start applying it to debt somehow.
If
That's
you
the
have at
only.
least $1 of positive cash flow every month, I can shave years off their debt.
Okay. So, but basically, I'm correct, right? So it's taking some income and applying it to the debt.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
you can't be spending more than you, yeah,
Right. So it's going to apply it to debt. It's going to apply it in a mathematically perfect way based on everything it
to the
knows
penny.
about the debt, right? To make sure that it accomplishes its goal as fast as possible. Does the system do it for them? Does the system pay the things for them, or are
No,
they instructed?
nobody accesses your bank account.
Yeah.
Nobody has your account numbers.
Okay.
You still set up your automatic payments, ACH, or whatever it is that you're doing. But the program, just like think of a check register, it's going to tell you day by day what it is you're doing and what you need to pay.
So
So
you as the
it can
customer.
access to give you balances, but it's not going to make the payment for you.
Okay, so the customer still has a responsibility to
Sure.
say, here's the plan. I have to be disciplined to stick with this plan. And when
You
it
still got to pay
says,
your bills.
right,
Yeah.
right, when it says pay the whatever, the car
Yeah.
payment,
Yeah.
right? I know I need to add an additional $15 to it or $20
Well,
or
yes,
whatever.
yes, for that timeline, because it may not be just when you wanted to do so, because it may not be the right debt to apply it to. So,
Got
of
it.
course, you're going to have that projection.
Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and then click on the bell as well so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. And also, would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think or what you want to see next.
But
Yeah.
also, Frank, you just had a great commission. You just closed that $20,000 construction loan. All
Yeah.
of a sudden, 20 grand comes in as income. It doesn't mean 20 grand is going to be get paid off all this debt. It's going to do the proper mix of things
And
rather than what you
and
think. Oh
tell
God, I'm going to take
you
that.
how
Yeah,
to apply that.
exactly.
So
To the
so
perfect.
does the
Yeah.
customer, so let's say that's a great thing you brought up. So if you've got the customer that did get the bonus, or for in my example, I did close that $20,000 commission. Do I get an account basically in the system as a customer, and I go
Yeah.
into my account and I say,
Yeah.
here's my income and I got this new income, push a
Yep.
button and it'll basically say, okay,
Yep.
great. I've figured all
Yep.
that out and here you
You
go.
could do it as a one time or if it's a permanent income change or whatever it
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
and the system knows what that would be for those reasons.
yeah,
You have your action plan, you have a
yeah,
budget, you have your accounts, you can add
yeah.
accounts. It does all of that and also does graphs and ledgers and everything else you can imagine.
Does it have an app?
You can go online. The app, the actual Oh My God app is just about to be released at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So, but you can access it as I do
You can
through my
access it from your
phone.
phone. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's mobile friendly. You can deal, but
yeah,
it's not a
right.
technically an app, but there's an app coming. Does it Does the system send notifications to them? Does it keep them engaged in the
Yes.
product? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is
It
something I wouldn't
actually
want to
did
set
it.
up and then forget about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
It
God
actually
dang, that
also,
was going to
well,
be a
two
great
things. I
plan
mean,
if I would have done it. You know what I mean? You know,
but two things. It's not having the pool in the backyard that you never use. The thing is, it's part of what you do. It actually saves you time rather than doing the spreadsheets, the Excel sheets, and everything else and envelopes. It's actually going to give you a lot of your time back, which is fantastic, and give you best information and advice. But as far as reminding you, it will also tell you different items where you hit certain milestones. This card got paid off, or this did this. It's going to give you those little highlights or things to come.
reinforcements that you did it,
Yeah.
which is going to motivate you to keep going.
Yeah.
Man, I could see this just being something so cool to offer to every flipping client. I could
Yeah.
see doing this, going to real estate partners and saying, "Hey, I've got this cool presentation. It's going to help them, you know,
Mhm.
pay off all this debt." It's a very, very slick
Yeah.
system. And you know what? That'll probably result in getting another deal out of it some way or
Right.
another, either through a referral or through them figuring out that, oh, I can buy that investment
Yeah.
property, in 5 years or 3 years or whatever, right? Whatever. There's a zillion ways that this can
Well,
really
we've seen it
help.
work not only for the person struggling,
Yeah,
it works for the investor that owns 50, 100 properties
sure, because they
because
got
it
they got a big
manages the
debt
items
load. Yeah.
indoors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they got so it works for that too. So
Mhm.
this is for your guy that's got 15
Yeah.
DSCR loans and wants to try and get them all paid off. It'll help figure that out.
Right. But the philosophy of a DSCR investor is not to pay off their debt. It's to
Yeah,
leverage appropriately so they could add more doors, which this also can do.
it does that too.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it if I wanted to be an agent? If hey man, like Michael, I'm into this. Like I want to be an agent. Okay. Does it cost me? Does it
To
cost?
be an agent and not a client,
Yes.
$199,
A month?
period.
One time.
One time.
So for 200 bucks, I can get certified
Oh,
basically.
I was about to tease you. Certifiable. I'm teasing. Yes. And what happens is when you come on board as an agent, I'll be square. I don't earn a dime.
Yeah.
But my goal is the people that you would know that I would help you train
Yeah.
to allow you to be successful. That $199 gets you in the door and allows you to gain access to train to understand what it is and what this is about better than you would prior to signing up even. And if you were to be a client, it could work for you as well.
Right.
Now, to go a little bit tangent, sometimes it's more difficult to talk to somebody about the benefits of something when you don't have it yourself. Even if you're debt free, it allows you to function on your day-to-days and items, but allows you to be behind the scenes. You do have examples and various things and things you would learn how to do this. But sometimes owning it yourself, and if you're debt free, it's less dollars because you don't have one mortgage, three mortgages, five mortgages, 10 mortgages. It varies in price depending on the extent of what you have.
Mm.
And that's something to go over another time if you're interested.
Oh, right, right, right. So yes, so there's a cost to the customer. to
Right, in order to own the program. But what we show is just like on a refinance, it used to be, hey, if I can show you how this refinance will pay for itself in 2 years, this is like 2 months. In
yeah.
2 months' time, they're going to be
Give me an
beneficial.
idea of what that cost. But like your
It's
average guy, your first time home buyer that comes in, they got maybe a car, two cars, you know what I mean? They're
yeah,
young kids, they're
maybe a
got their whole
mortgage
life
and a
ahead of them. They got their
HELOC
first
or
mortgage,
yeah.
they might not have too much debt, maybe a couple things here and there. Like what would that cost that consumer to get the
I'm going to
system and
preface
work
it
it?
this way, just like life insurance, things vary slightly, but under $4,000. Now, that $4,000 can be paid on credit card. There's internal financing. There's other options that can be utilized. But if there's no benefit, $1 doesn't make sense. So
Right.
usually based upon the math, it shows that it actually covers it within the first 2 months.
So does the consumer kind of get to see the end result first? Like, hey, here's all your stuff. This is what it can do. Here's the
Before
cost.
they buy it and
This is
before they
the
go
cost
forward.
to get involved with it. Okay, very
Right.
cool.
That's one of those meetings where I said that 2-page report.
Yeah.
And we go
Okay.
through it on screen because it's interesting because we could talk about everyone else, but does everyone else really matter? No, the individual we have matters. It's their life and what benefit they can get.
Yeah.
So it's really taking it to the individual.
All right. So cool. All right. Well, I think this is wildly intriguing, and I think it's very, very beneficial to be part of this, either as simply as an affiliate to send people in,
Yeah.
or as an agent to process it on your own.
$199. Holy cow.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's super cool. So there's a link that we're going to provide. Gosh darn, Michael. So for like if they're listening on Spotify, or if they're or if they're listening on iTunes, they really can't access a link. Can they just reach out to you and just say they heard about it through
Absolutely.
LOBC, through Loan Officer Breakfast
A-
Club, or
Absolutely. I mean, I can give you an email address or you can, whatever you
whatever?
find
Well,
is
whatever
best.
you think is best. Like what do you think is easiest for them to remember? If I'm driving in my car right now, and I'm hearing this
The
podcast.
email, the email I have might be good for them to remember.
Yeah.
My name, Michael. You're hearing Michael here, right?
Right.
Michael at aheadformoney.com.
Ahead for
So
money.
yeah,
So
AHEAD.
I've got a head for money.
You got it.
Okay. So
FORMONEY.com.
okay. Ahead for FOR money.com. We'll put that down below
Correct.
too as well. There is a link if you're in a spot watching or engaging with this podcast, where you can click a link. There will be a link there somewhere that you can click to get
And if you
started.
email me, let me know it's LOBC. Use LOBC
Yeah.
because I like to keep track of these items as I have various items that I do. And I want to make sure the rightful people get credit for those referral sources, just like you as a loan officer. You want to know where your referrals come. So it's
Great.
very important to me to know that as well.
Okay, so you heard about it here on LOBC, Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Great. Michael at aheadformoney.com. Ahead for money, or there's a link down below. Cool stuff, man. I think it's really, really cool. I'm pretty impressed, and I think it'd be a really great thing for loan officers to
Yeah.
get involved with.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm rarely so excited about an item that I got excited about. And I talk to many, and it just gives me so much pleasure when I see somebody actually sees a debt-free date and it makes a difference in their life. I've had people crying on the screen. It's that emotional.
that's cool, man. Right on, man. All right, Michael Harris,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you so much for being here. We'll get you back again. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, listening, and we'll catch up here with you next time on the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. We'll see y'all later. Adios.